Ladies and gentlemen, I am Yusrael, and welcome once again to Clingin On. That little jaunt across the jungles of Orith got a promotion to Brigadier General, as you can see, and along with that, we have a new ship, a weapon that will spread fear and terror into the hearts of the enemies of the Empire. Yes, this isn't it, so you can stop laughing now. That said, even though this thing has 2 pop guns and next to no hull, I think we made it out of discarded ration packs, the Romulans will still fear it. Now then, oh yes, I've also got 1 Ensign Universal Station, no point in him. Not much point in shields either, because I've got that anyway. Polarized hull, excellent. If we run into any tracked beams, that might come in handy. So, to the Harkona system. The Chancellor apparently decided that the best way to investigate a massive, overpowered Romulan starbase was to send me. And 1 other officer. I can only assume his latest attempt to get me killed... well, I suppose trying to keep collateral damage to a minimum is a laudable gain. After all, he can give the Raptor to somebody else when we're done here. Right, this isn't the Harkona system. Where... am I going to have to shoot another navigator? Where's the airlock? Let me find the culprit first. I don't really care who it is, mind you, but... are you telling me this ship doesn't come with an airlock? Did I have to leave all the sharp objects at home? Do I not even have a disruptor pistol handy? Oh, the frustration, the annoyance, the feelings. Well, if we can't kill the person responsible, we can at least start training their replacement. Oh well, we shall have to make do. Right, don't want to go to Regulus just yet. We shall eventually, and we shall bring fire and death. Don't want to go there either. Now, power settings for attack. Only order worth remembering, as the saying goes, and while we're on the way to the Harkona system, let's see if there's anything available while we're here. Right. Why not a little piracy along the way? At least this run won't be a complete waste of time. We even get to murder some Ferengi. Oh, excellent. I ought to come out this way more often. After all, the ale's worth it. Not sure anything else is. A few Bolian farmers. Well, I suppose it'll let the engineering crew get a taste of combat. Is there anything else? Why not? I mean, even basic grade crew can't get a level 1 diagnostic wrong. Well, technically they can, but it's highly unlikely. And my main ship does, of course, have a working airlock, unlike this excuse for a ration can. Right. Is there anything else worth taking? A little archaeological research would be nice, but we haven't got the people for it. Ditto the Andorian staging area. So we'll just appeal the judicial process instead. And I think we are, yes, we're just coming up on the Harkona system now. So, side business sorted. Let's actually get into the system. If it'll let us have the dialogue box, give it here. Right. Okay, how do you lose a starbase that size? I'm sorry, that thing is huge. I've seen smaller planets. Anyway, we have a couple of options. 2 Romulan warbirds, probably not a good idea. Let's see, we'll check out a couple of these secondaries first. Hit the impulse thrusters, off we go. No thank you, Romulans. I'd love to stay and play, but today it's not a good idea. Alright, first derelict vessel. Let's see what this has to say. Whoops. Oh dear. That's what you get for pulling the plug on the reactor. It wasn't crewed by a certain Arnold Judas Romulan, was it? They didn't leave the drive plates loose. Somebody checked the hold. If there are any pets in there, exterminate them quickly. Right, communications booster. Okay, so basically we're going to try a denial of service attack on the grid. Now, if we're lucky, the grid will go offline, the alerts won't go through, we can just walk straight through the sensor grid. Of course, if we're really unlucky, whoever programmed this had half a brain and has rigged it so that if the main computer loses contact with the sensor grid for any reason, i.e. somebody trying to flood the comms network with packet storms, then it sounds the alarm anyway on the basis that that can only happen if either they're under attack or that last episode with the redhead really turned out to be popular. Fortunately, they weren't employing sensible designers, so let's just head on through and see if we can find a door. Now again, anyone with any sense would lock the doors from the inside and seal up the keys, but hey, they're Romulans, they don't appear to have any common sense, so all we have to do is toddle on inside. Well hey, anyone would think they were trying to make it easy for us. Now, right. This is a very inefficient station design. Look at all this wasted space. And all the ominous green lighting. Now, no, they don't want to talk. Fine. Well, let's see what we can find. Now, green lighting. That definitely looks like it'd come over here, doesn't it? Right. Oh, what a surprise. Romulans. Now then, just tap that, jam it, lose the tractor lock and then blow it away, just to be safe. Anyway, right, now, can we get this door open? Have to assume we can, or this is going to be a very short mission. Mind you, look at the side of this thing, we could have brought the Raptor anyway. Would have given us a few extra options for getting through this door. Okay, so we have turret debris and we need some security keys. Right, so that's our first code block. Let's see, is there anything else available? Of course, all of this is in 3 dimensions, so... Aha! All stop. Yes, before we hit the skyscraper, thank you. And somebody left another key lying around. Happy days. Now then, is there anywhere else we can get a key? This is all completely pointless, of course. I probably only need 1 key to get through that door, but never hurts to have a few spares. Now, where did that shuttlecraft go? Where is it? Why can... Is it shows as an off-screen, but every time I swing the camera out of face, of course it promptly disappears. Now, where are you? 6 kilometers, should be somewhere below me. Very frustrating. Where is it? My targeting controls. What was it for target friendly? Ah, there we go. Control tab. Head on down. Let's see if we can have a word. Hi there, do you have a... No, you're not interested in talking, are you? Romulans. Antisocial little virulent, a lot of them. Okay, so that's not working. Can we find someone else? Because there is an objective marker here, which is odd. Aha! There we go, right. Okay, well... May as well tell her the truth. Yeah. Okay, so... right, yeah. 20, 30 years on, and well, let's see what they want. I hesitate to make a trade. But... we need that code. or at least it can't hurt to have a spare. And since anyone with any sense will doubtless have encrypted it so that they can't get to it even if we still manage to somehow steal the code from them, well, I imagine they actually have some sort of escrow. Now, I could be a total git here. Yes, the personal and doubtless heavily encrypted data device. Let's face it, if I have a remote wipe code on my phone, let's be honest here, that Romulan is going to have a remote wipe on her personal data device. Right, let's see, am I missing something? I've got the shield generators, I've got the medical supplies, provisions. Provisions. Do I have any provisions? No, I don't think I do. We do not replicate food in the Clingin Navy. You can't replicate live gah, for one thing. So, let's see what we can find. Medical supplies. Entertainment. No, it's not that kind of entertainment. They confiscated that recording the last time we came through Kronos, unfortunately. Well, let's grab some provisions. Been meaning to try and do some colony runs at some point, so let's talk them. Aha! Good. Well, I suppose we can get some useful information out of her, even if it does turn my stomach to be training with a Romulan. The elements? Well, I suppose you can carry on believing that quaint little superstition. After all, if you're the one who keeps losing Hydra spanners down the back of the couch and has to start calling their names, don't blame me when you then start looking in the obvious place. Now then, security keys. Now, usually with this, there is a revolving code, but oh, that's interesting. It doesn't appear to have moved. Oh, well, that was simple. Actually, that has changed. Last time I came through here on my Federation characters, that code changed every few seconds. So you actually had sort of a few seconds to get the right code, and then it changed and you could break the codes. That time it just didn't budge. So something's broken in the scripting here. Now then, disruptor cannons, extreme range shouldn't really be sitting still, but since apparently the Romulans only loaded pop guns on the internal defences, it doesn't matter too much. Let's get in line of sight on the reactors and take that out. Right, second torpedo, which is a waste of ammunition. Fortunately, we don't have to think about those things. Try not to blunder into the force fields as conveniently switching on and off as we go on timers. Now then, can we get through there? Is full impulse? No, it isn't. Hit the brakes. And just torn through the next one instead. Zonk up, and there we go. Through a couple by the track again, doesn't matter. Oh, disruptor high quarter. No. Right, we don't quite have the line of sight from there. So we'll take out that one while we're waiting, loop back, see if we can get the high shooter in. Well, torpedoes away. Yes. That double shot visual bug on torpedoes, I've never been sure if it's a bug that's simply too cool to be fixed, or whether it's just something that's creeping in client side. But yeah, occasionally it will launch multiple torpedoes on a normal shot. This has been around since days of beta, so unfortunately it's been the occasional camera glitch. But well, it normally looks quite cool when you get an extra torpedo away. When you have a real connection spike and it suddenly fires 20 of them, it gets a little ridiculous. Now then, we have lightning flying around. Romulans, safety protocols. They apparently haven't heard of them. Right, on to the next door. Oh, of course, I've got to scan the sphere, haven't I? True warriors do not read their objective markers, even when they probably ought to. Let's head up and talk with the Borg sphere. Or rather scan it. You can't really talk with several million tons worth of inert metal. At least I hope it's inert. As I said, Romulan safety protocols, they do not exist. Or at least they do exist, but it tends to be in the case of blow up the whole base and hope for the best. Which is frequently the best way to deal with these things. Now, which of these fields is going to come down? Would I be better off just bludgeoning straight through them, I wonder? Oh, decisions, decisions. Let's take out the turrets while we're waiting. Nice thing about tracked turrets, because they've only got a range of 5 kilometers, you can just drop them to a safe distance. And they really are pointless. Now, okay, I honestly don't know what they were thinking when they installed tracked turrets. I mean, unless you get caught halfway through a containment field, or a blast door, if you've seen Dread, which I highly recommend, by the way. It's quite a decent movie. Now, can I get through that? Yes, I can. Field comes on afterwards. Don't think we need to repaint the aft hull, but you never know. Can check that later on. Okay, left side field's dropping and raising, so they can toddle over. Wait for the red alert to wear off. There it goes. Dooby dooby doo, dooby dooby doo. Hey, there we go. Impulse, and try not to. Thank God they don't model collision damage in this game. They used to do it in Starfleet Command. Well, certainly Starfleet Commands 1 and 2 had collision damage. Made asteroid fights interesting. Yes. Well, of course it's going to be an ambush. You just guaranteed it, haven't you? Okay, normal lighting, which is interesting. And, big thing of glowing green doom. Right, scan thermal reactor. Yeah. Oh, terrific.
So our intruder finally arrives at the heart of the matter. Have you seen all that you came to see, little spy?
Well, no, I was going to try and
Does
see
it really
the
matter?
show while I was
Call me
here,
Obasek, if a name is that important to you. That should be obvious. I intend to make use of this station to further my agenda. Your presence, however, is a bit more curious. I expect that you are operating under the shroud of Empress Sela, whether you realize it or not.
Well, of course I'd say I wasn't an agent.
Never rely on the
Empress.
noble intentions of spies and thieves, Captain. And you and I are either one or the other. You are suitably informed now, I trust. Sadly for you, one of my ships has already finished loading the Thaleron weapons. So you have become the only loose end in my operation. I despise loose ends. I am afraid our time is at an end. My associates have already finished loading the Thaleron weapons that we need, and I have other operations to manage. I think we both know what happens now. May your death be quick and valorous.
And may yours be slow, drawn out, and painful when I catch up with you, you scheming little demon attack. Right, Scorpion fighters. Well, they shouldn't be too much trouble. Okay, cloaking little snivelling wretches. Right. Not that they weren't hard enough to spot anyway. Dark green against a dark green background. Watch for engine trails and sensor markings. Right, there we go. Hard over, just get torpedoes to bear. Pop. And pop. Very satisfying. Now, where's the... There you are. Right, and I am truly impressed. He had a lockbox that was at least 12 times his actual volume. Right, forget the Thaleron weapons. I want to know how the Romulans have built a TARDIS. Okay, tweak the power setup a little. Let's go find something. Okay, more turrets, and oh, now the door lock works. Terrific. Okay, well, at least it won't shoot back. There we go. Escape, they say. Right, shouldn't be too hard. I suppose we get to do some damage along the way. Right, nothing to be had here. Oh, wait, no, yes there is something to be had here. More scorpions. Step on them. Best advice. Of course, if we had a bigger ship, it wouldn't be a problem. I wouldn't mind if the Chancellor was trying to kill me. After all, he's got a decent reason. But having annoyed intelligence. Why? Why does this Imperial intelligence officer want me dead? We did everything they asked, but Drazana didn't even kill the Ferengi either. We were very good. I behaved myself. Your reward, ladies and gentlemen, for working for Imperial intelligence, sent into a death trap with a wholly inadequate amount of firepower. Right. On the other hand, so far, these Scorpions aren't proving too much of a problem. Although I suspect we're going to get written up for the property damage after this is done. A few gratuitous shots into the terrain after all. And pop, there goes one, and loop around behind the other, nicely on the 6. Yes, much like every good enemy in a dogfight, we come from behind. And there goes number 3. Right. Back onto our little escape out of here. What can they throw at us next? Another wave of 3 Scorpion fighters? Is this some modern variant upon the impenetrable Scarlet defense plan? Who knows? Let's find out. Of course, given how big this station is, it would be really the most sensible thing going to forget throwing waves of 3 fighters at us. After all, we've only chewed through the last couple and get a much bigger ship in. Let's face it, it's not like this base can't take a large chunk of a naval battle. So getting 1 medium to heavy cruiser shouldn't be a problem. Okay, we're going out of mind on Romulans, but hey, that's got to be findable even in what's left of a Romulan fleet, hasn't it? Pop, there goes number 2, where's lucky shot with photons. Oh well, now, how are these defense ones doing? Okay, right side is still offline. Oh, well, it was offline. Gonna have to wait. How much time have we got left? Okay, there we go. Whoa, brakes! Okay, not sure how close we came there. Not too bad actually, but almost scratched the page. Okay, central node is coming offline. There we go, and through. Right, let's go find the next wave of Scorpion fighters. Want to buy Romulans with a brain? Please, anyone. And yes, I know I could turn the difficulty up. Stop being reasonable about these things. You little wretch, get back here. Show your face so that I may rip it off. Sorry, I may be getting a little carried away here. There we go. It's back. Torpedo bomb. There we go. If you are going to decloak, by the way, don't decloak right in front of some of these torpedo launchers. This is a very, very bad thing to do. Not that it helps when you have shields the consistency of wet tissue paper and a hull that's not much better. The Romulans make their ships even more flimsy than we do. Okay, that's novel. The torpedo actually lost lock when the ship decloaked. Now, where is that coming from? There he is. Right. Come about. Torpedoes away. Bang. Very satisfying. Right. No doubt we are going to have to keep ploughing through these waves at regular intervals. As I said, if the Romulans had the sense to just bring in a heavy capital ship, it might actually be more of a challenge. They might actually have a prayer of stopping us. And I might actually learn to keep my big mouth shut one of these days. Oh well, we're clearly meant to wait for the patrolled path to take it away from the door lock, blow the locks and go, but that is the way a Starfleet officer would do it. Let's take him. We can take him. We can defeat some snivelling Romulan jackal. Even if we are only in a shuttlecraft and a glorified coffin, we can defeat him. We can take 1% of his hull and barely dent his shields. This isn't going according to plan, is it? Right, okay, attack patterns are back, so let's target up and see what we get. Alpha, go. Fire on my mark, go. Let's see if this makes more of a dent. Oh god! Forward shield gone, right, okay. Yeah, we're not meant to be taking this guy down, are we? So much for doing this in glorious combat. Did he just salvo high-yield plasmas at me? Or was that more lag? Who cares? Right. Direct weapons fire isn't cutting it. Let's go for the environmental kill. There's a handy little ball of lightning there that we were told much earlier on not to go near. So, let's see how dumb the AI is, and how big its guns are. Oh wow. This is hurting. And of course I didn't pack any hull heals, did I? Yes. It would have been sensible to bring something like engineering to 1 along, but no. I had to mistakenly think, right, jam him up. Okay, let's just go for the door lock. It irks to run from battle. Now you tell me to blast the door locks? Ugh. Right. Okay. And more scorpions. Of course more scorpions. Right. Okay, well at least we can take these guys. That Romulan warbird was to all intents and purposes invulnerable. Or at least so close to it that I didn't have to feel weak, and I don't suspect you did either, to bring it down. Right. Back to the fighters, however, more torpedoes away. I'm starting to think those extra torpedoes really are just a lag bug, because they never track their targets. Oh well. Is he about to hit the container? No, he got turned around. Well, I better get turned around as well for the same. Oh, cloaking again, snivelling a little. It will not avail you. You will still die. The only question is whether I have to get your remains in one piece or find them when I trip over them afterwards. Right, pop. There we go. That should be it. Right, through the field. Evasive on. Oh, Sonic, come on. Just down the blaster container. There we go. Right, what the... Is that warbird still chasing us? No, it isn't. We've got an isolated fighter. He must be cloaked and laughing as his compatriots died. Well, I don't mind him having an attack of conscience and trying to remedy his failure, but I do object when he cloaks. Come back here. Show yourself, you little... Ah, good, thank you. Right, target, there we go, and die. Thank you. Okay, now that we've killed all the Romulans in this corridor, we can wait for the red alert to wear off, and for that field to drop. Dooby-dooby-doo, where, hey, there we go, full impulse, and off we go again. Right, almost there. Are we going to have to deal with any more fighters? I hope not, because that is getting very, very samey. Right, examine abandoned fighter. Did somebody leave their keys in the lock? Keep an eye out for energy discharges. Yes, I was going to fly right through the bright green lightning. Yes, because that was, of course, a sensible and valorous ideal. Starfleet idiots. We're not. Right, let's head back through this last door. Round through the refugees. Oh, lovely, more Remans to kill. Romulans, Remans, Shavransu, Shariansu, I really don't care. Oh, it's a bird of prey. Well, these things were feeble enough at the best time. Yes, we are denting his shield, so that is an excellent start. We are clearly going to kill this one, unlike the Mogai. So let us kill it. Although it has to be noted in fairness that that thing's not much bigger than the shuttlecraft anyway, and about as well built as one into the bargain. And yet again we have a giant lockbox. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Trek, not necessarily to scale. At least I hope not. On the other hand, it would explain why they can hide an entire ship in one of those boxes. So maybe it is to scale, who knows? If anyone sees a chap with a fondness for oddball clothing and jelly babies, whatever those are, kill him quick. We can use the blue box. Its secrets must be reverse engineered for the Empire. Right. Okay. Right, the minimap's on the fritz. Terrific. And the screen is also, which is quite a nice little shout out to Wrath of Khan. Nebula effect's basically the same one that they had in there. Right, so fighters and torpedoes. Best bit is nobody's shields work, so that's even nicer. Okay, torpedoes. Die, 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 die. There we go. And yay for disruptor damage, except that I'm on the wrong end of it. Boo for disruptor damage. Did that thing just salvo fire heavy plasmas? Oh. Right, well that's disabled. That's... oh. Fess up. Who left the drive plates unscrewed? Come on, I know it was one of you. Well, I suppose it saves us having to board the place. I don't mind Romulan ale, but I can live without Romulans. Right, looks like we are done here, so the Azetba will eventually, there we go, turn around and head off, and while they're busy chasing the Negvar, we're going to leave discreetly. Hopefully nobody will notice a shuttle's warp trail compared to a battleship's. Of course, the Romulans... Actually, no, the Romulans didn't have the sense to employ decent network defences. They're not smart enough to realise that the warship's a decoy. But if they are, let's just get out of here now. Job's done, so there's always Kronos. Good, proper ships, good, proper ale and wine. And more to the point, good, proper violence. None of this messing around with Thalerons. After all, what's the point in killing your enemy when you can't even see the look on their faces? First city. At least I can stick this shuttlecraft back where it belongs, in the garbage, and go and get my proper ship, my nice, shiny, new, heavy Raptor, once this is done. Yes, it's fitted. Yes, it's crewed. Yes, I had to leave it in space dock. If they've scratched the paint, if some Beck has taken it out for a joyride while I've been gone, there will be blood. There will be guts, there will be terror, and we all know full well what happened between Martok and Jumpok. What we don't know is precisely how Jumpok's head left his shoulders. Strategic analysis. No, you're just watching the High Council bicker. Let's talk to the underling instead, even if she is technically way beneath me. Right. Dooby-dooby-doo. There's going to be nothing civil about it if they're using Thaleron weapons. Yes. You thought the Genesis device was bad. At least that left you with a usable planet.
We need to learn more about the conflict between Obasek and the Romulans. If Sela is stupid enough to wage war against our own vassals, we might be able to use the conflict to our advantage.
Or we can get
You were right,
horribly
however, to destroy
burned,
the
one or the
Thaleron
other.
weapons. They are the tools of a coward. I would rather look my enemy in the eye as he dies. Klingon intelligence will be working to decode the list of possible targets you acquired from the base's databanks. The next step is to find out why the Romulans want to attack these locations.
I don't know. They've got the stocks of ale, they've got the Vulcan holograms. Who cares? We shall find out next time, and until then, farewell.